All right, you guys. So like, share, subscribe, ring that notification bell so you guys get all the updates whenever we release video content on the channel. Shouts out to the Lions Den community. Salute to my brother A Weapons. He rep Midlife Music. Make sure y'all following us on social media on our Instagram. Also, make sure that you guys check out our Facebook channel, facebook.com/Ticket TV. All these links are going to be in the description box below. You guys can also catch our podcast show. Make sure y'all subscribe to our podcast show. We'll have all the hidden content that you guys didn't see from our podcast show. So all of the links will be pinned below. Salute to everybody who donates to the stream. And we're going to get ready to get started with this stream today now. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. Much love, honor, respect, and appreciation.
All right, man. If you guys subscribe to the podcast show, patreon.com/Ticket TV, y'all heard me go all the way in on this. And, it's a lot of people. I'm seeing a lot of people spew out a bunch of foolishness in reference to this situation, with Angel Reese. And I want to clear some things up because it's a lot of foolishness going on. Emmanuel Acho is getting absolutely cooked. He has been getting not the response he thought he was going to get by saying the foolishness he said in reference to Angel Reese. And once again, Angel Reese is surrounding controversy in the aftermath of the women's LSU basketball team taking a loss to the Iowa team this year in the NCAA tournament. Now, here's the situation. Emmanuel Acho basically went on his show and said some stupidity, right? And everybody basically went along. A lot of people tried to go along and say, oh, he didn't say anything wrong. When dude didn't even have his facts together. A lot of people don't even have their facts together when they talk about this situation. They've been absolutely disgusting when it's regarded this situation because a lot of people have flat out lied regarding this situation. So Emmanuel Acho had to go out and basically acknowledge that all the people that called him, wrote him, and that reprimanded him from the community for his comments against Angel Reese. And he made some strong comments against her because she cried after the game when she was asked a question, and she basically spoke about how people have been out here threatening her life. The fact that she revealed that information, that she received threats on her life, it should have shut out any foolishness that Emmanuel Acho had to say about the situation because, again, the lady came out and stated first that she had been dealing with threats against her life. So right there, first and foremost, he should have had a different approach to what he was saying to her in this entire situation. His approach should have been completely different, but he wasn't. He was out here cutting up and acting a fool. You understand what I'm saying? And now he gonna get cooked for it. So he still, ignored all of that. And because he wanted to go in and get a viral moment, and him being the type of opportunist that he is, he was already outed by another dude that was working with him before, Marcellus Wiley, already outed him as an opportunist and a dude that basically would do anything to try to undercut other people to get himself to the top, like he allegedly did with Marcellus Wiley over there on that show Marcellus Wiley was on, that Emmanuel Acho is on right now. And so basically, here it is, y'all. A lot of people have been lying in reference to this situation with Angel Reese, and it's sad. Now, if you guys remember, Angel Reese and LSU won the national championship last year. They beat Iowa in the national championship game, right? They blew them out, beat them by like 16, 17 points, blew them off the court, right? During that game, people forgot how this entire thing, because after the game, Angel Reese got cooked because of her response to Iowa. But again, listen to what my words were. Because of her response, right? So now I want y'all to look at this, right? This picture right here shows you guys. Earlier in that game, see, and I don't want to hear no ticket you too, because I'm finna cook your sorry self too. And you're lucky I can't say the words I want to say on YouTube, because I'd say something else to you, clown. In that very game, Caitlin Clark was showing off early in the game, doing a "you can't see me." You understand what I'm saying? To Angel Reese and to the LSU Tigers, female Lady Tigers, right? Now let's keep it a buck, right? So now Angel Reese turned around after they won the game and gave it back to her 100-fold after they won the game and said, "Hold this," and pointed to that ring finger, said, "We got rings," right? So we're gonna keep this a whole hundred. We're gonna keep this a whole hundred because Caitlin Clark was doing this first during the game. I must repeat myself again. Caitlin Clark was doing this first during the game. See, ain't nobody gonna tell y'all this. That Caitlin Clark did this first because that's a oh so doll. She's oh so professional. Oh so this, oh so that. She talked the most smack last year. She was doing all of these little antics, and nobody called her out on her foolishness, right? Because you got a lot of cappers, you got a lot of shucking and jiving people that's over here on YouTube, and a lot of people that don't want to tell the truth. So when she lost the game, Angel Reese rolled up to her and kept it $100, right? This was going on, right? This was going on, right? Because Caitlin Clark was doing the same thing to other people during that tournament. During that tournament, Caitlin Clark was doing the same thing to other people. She never got criticized. Again, Caitlin Clark was doing the Tony Yayo. You can't see me, or the John Cena, or I call it the Tony Yayo because Tony Yayo did it back in the Shorty So Seductive video. You can't see me. You understand what I'm saying? Right? So Caitlin Clark had been doing this, showing up her opponents, right? These are facts. These are facts, right? So Angel Reese gave it back to her, right? But guess what, y'all? Out of the two girls y'all see on y'all screen, only one girl got cooked for doing it. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Only one girl got thoroughly cooked for doing it. Right? Right? I'm going to say it one more time. I'm going to say it one more time. Right? During the tournament, if you go back and watch the other games, Caitlin Clark was showing up teams, talking trash, and doing these motions against other teams all the way up into that championship game. Go back and look. Go back and look. See, this is the thing. The media don't show y'all the whole story. They only give y'all a piece of this. That's the problem that a lot of people don't want to realize, right? So when she lost the big one, and Angel Reese gave it back to her 100-fold. Now everybody had a problem with Angel Reese and said, "Oh, Angel Reese, she wasn't professional. She didn't handle it well. She was classless. She all these things they called Angel Reese." But when Caitlin Clark was doing it all during the tournament, nobody said nothing. They didn't say a mumbling word. A mumbling word. And peep you now how you know Caitlin Clark was wrong. Because this year, she hasn't done it at all this year. She hasn't done it at all this year. So the same stuff that Caitlin Clark was doing last year in the tournament, she hadn't done this year. You know why? Because it was an image thing, right? And she saw how Angel Reese got called out and targeted off something that she did. Now, Angel Reese peeped what she was doing to others and gave it back to her when she beat that ass. Pause. You understand what I'm saying? So when they won in the national championship, Angel Reese gave her the same smoke that Caitlin Clark had been giving everybody else. These are facts. But it was only a problem when one person's doing it, not when the other person was doing it, right? Not when the other person was doing it, right? So we gonna give it back to you. All that stuff you doing, everybody, I don't want to hear about, oh, you wasn't doing it. No, 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 no. Caitlin Clark was showing up the other teams. These are facts. Guess what Angel Reese did? Angel Reese stood on business, walked to her face, and gave it right back to her. In her face. No, no disgrace. In your face. People only had a problem with Angel Reese for standing on business. The media ignored what Caitlin Clark did and gave her a complete pass. These are all factual information I'm giving y'all. So after that game, now Angel Reese was treated like the villain. Treated like the villain, right? These are facts. And this is why I don't respect a lot of people on YouTube. Because the truth is that she didn't put her hands on Caitlin Clark. She didn't call Caitlin Clark out of her name. She just told Caitlin Clark what Caitlin Clark was telling everybody else. You can't see me, right? So, but here's my problem with Emmanuel Acho, right? If you go listen to the post-game interview, Angel Reese had already given Caitlin Clark and Iowa their props after the game. Her breakdown and her crying was not even about that situation with the game. She was talking about, as a lady, how she had received threats against her life, which nobody should. Nobody should. Because I'm going to tell y'all something. You got to flip this foolishness in reverse. The same way I told y'all to flip what Paul Pierce said in reverse. If Paul Pierce would have went on national TV and said, we saw a black girl in Louisiana do it like that to a bunch of you-know-whats, he would have been fired immediately again. He'd have lost another job. These are all facts. These are all factual information I'm giving y'all. If y'all know, you know what I'm talking about. If Paul Pierce would have went on national TV and reversed that statement, he'd have been fired immediately and he'd been off the airs. He can say that because it's going against black girls. And then people say, oh, well, we don't want you to make it about race. Well, it is about race because he's talking about race. These are facts. It is about race because he's talking about race, right? So it goes back to this narrative. Caitlin Clark was showing up other teams during the game. She was showing up other teams during the game, right? Angel Reese peeped what she was doing, how she was being classless and showing up other teams. So when Angel Reese beat that ass for the championship, she went and gave it right back to her. But the media, whose darling was Caitlin Clark, who had ignored all of the classless stuff Caitlin Clark had been doing in the tournament up until that point, they only paid attention to Angel Reese because she won. You understand what I'm saying? Shout out to Todd French in the Cash App with the donation. Salute to you, my brother. I'm going to keep cooking them. You said cook them. Tell them to keep cooking them. Because, see, I'm going to bring the truth out here. Because, see, I'm going to tell y'all the truth, right? So now, let's get to this, right? So now, Emmanuel Acho, the prime, you know what I'm saying, brother who gonna sit up there and say for any man, hey man, I'm your guy. I'll do the job for you. He goes up there after Angel Reese comes out and said that she has received threats against her life, right? Now, I want you guys to understand this. Forget anything about basketball, bro. At the end of the day, these are human beings and these are ladies, right? Should nobody have their life threatened either way, right? And she also said, hey, I'm tough enough to deal with it. I congratulated Caitlin. Hey, I want her to go ahead and win it. That's what she said. But that wasn't enough. They wanted to buck break this woman in front of the world. They wanted her to be extremely humble. So notice how they praised Caitlin Clark's professionalism. Oh, she was real professional and victory and all this other stuff. When she wasn't doing that last year up until the national championship game. But the media did not call her out on it. They only called out one person, Angel, and they made Angel Reese the bad guy. These are facts. These are facts. So that's how Angel Reese nobody even talked about how Angel Reese got to that point to where she did that to this girl. Nobody on the mainstream media talked about why Angel Reese did the Tony Yayo, the You Can't See Me John Cena, and put the ring on it to this girl face. They only talked about she did that and she was unprofessional, unsportsmanlike, and they called this girl every single thing in the book. When Caitlin Clark did the same thing, and guess what? Them same people that was dogging Angel Reese on national TV didn't have the same smoke for Caitlin Clark all the way up through the tournament. They didn't. These are all facts that I'm giving y'all. No cap, right? So Emmanuel Acho, he want to come out acting like he want to be the man in this situation, and I'm going to stand up against this girl, and I'm going to say something that ain't nobody want to say. Now he's like a damn fool because everybody going off on him because he didn't even know what the hell the girl was talking about because he took the context of the whole question of the interview out of context. The first thing the girl said, once she said that she was receiving threats on her life, any woman should have compassion once you get to that point. Shout out to Sean Blake in the Cash App with a donation. He said cooking with that vegetable grease. Oh yeah, we fried. Fish fry. You understand what I'm saying? Friday afternoon, fish fry. Straight like that. Right? See, because if Caitlin Clark would have came out and said, I had threats on my life against me, guess what? Emmanuel Acho would have never said those same statements about Caitlin Clark. You know why? Because Emmanuel Acho would have been out of a job. They can only do this to black folks. These are the truth. This is the honest to God truth. If Emmanuel Acho would have went and said the same thing about Caitlin Clark, he would have been off TV and out of a job. Same way I told y'all about Paul Pierce. If Paul Pierce would have reversed his comments and not said that against the black girls, but said that against the other girls, he would have been fired effective immediately. Off TV, he'd have lost another job. Point blank, period. But you can say this about sisters and black girls. You can say this about them. You can talk down about them. You can talk about how they get beat, everything. And then people will say, oh, well, don't play the race card. But no, he brought up race. But if he would have said it the other way, what made you so impressed that you saw Caitlin Clark beat up on a bunch of black girls, Paul Pierce? What made you so impressed by that? What made you so impressed by that? Oh, man, I was so impressed. That impressed me, man. That impressed me watching her beat up on those black girls. That's what he said. That's what he said. Cutting, shucking, and jiving on national TV, bro. See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? When Caitlin Clark was one all the time, was supposed to be picked to be the champion. So what they've done is this. They have overglorified. I'm gonna repeat myself again. They have overglorified, let me say this to y'all again, Caitlin Clark. because she has not won anything as far as a national championship. Only one person on your screen won a national championship, but guess what? Only one person on your screen was being called a fraud. How is one person on your screen called a fraud when she was the only one out of these two that's won a national championship up until this point? Make it make sense. Make it make sense, my people. Please make this make sense. So Angel Reese been called a fraud, a crybaby, all this stuff, when as a sophomore, she won the whole damn thing as a sophomore, right? I'll repeat myself again. She won the whole thing as a sophomore. Now, if Caitlin Clark gets past UConn tonight and they play South Carolina, who will be in the national championship game, and South Carolina beat the brakes off of Iowa, is Paul Pierce going to go on national TV and reverse this comment? Do we have the heart to do that? No. You know why? Because he'll get fired if he does. He will get fired if he goes on national TV after the national championship game if South Carolina plays Iowa and they beat Iowa. And Paul Pierce goes on there and reverses his comment and says, hey, man, I was impressed with them black girls down there in South Carolina. You know what he's going to be? Fired immediately, removed from TV. You know why? Because you can't say that. You can't say that about other people. You can only say that about black folks. And that's true. That's true, right? So once again, I'm going to say it to you guys again, right? The same energy was not kept all the way across the board by people. Because if you go out and look through the tournament, nobody else. And Skip was sitting up there agreeing with him when he was saying it, like, yep, sure was. When Paul Pierce was saying that foolishness, Skip and Cornbread Keyshawn Johnson was sitting up there agreeing with that foolishness. You know why? Because this is what they paid to do. So again, go back to the tournament last year when this girl was doing this, Caitlin Clark, being tasteless, classless. The media had no coverage of what Caitlin Clark was doing to other opponents. Her lack of professionalism, her lack of respect that she was showing for the opponent, doing all these motions and gestures. You can't see me. But look at the response when Angel Reese gave it back to her what she was doing to others. Angel Reese was made out to be the bad guy, right? Caitlin Clark ducked all smoke, but Angel Reese was the bad guy or the bad girl. These are all facts. These are all facts. These are all facts. So now, this year, Angel Reese did not go to the podium and make any excuses. She went up after the game. She went up to Caitlin Clark and said, go win it. Gave her props. But what does Emmanuel Acho, you understand what I'm saying, want to do? He want to go up there, yeah, I'm going to say something different today. I'm going to say something real different. I'm going to do this. See, and this is why I be trying to tell y'all, this type of foolishness that's going on is energy for one, but it ain't energy for another. Let me give you another example, right? We do a lot of videos on P. Diddy, right? Right? Look at all the energy that's out here for P. Diddy. Did y'all read the allegations against Vince McMahon? Did y'all read all the allegations against Vince McMahon? They're not doing midday, full day specials on Vince McMahon. You know why? You know why? You think of why. But and him and P. Diddy are right in some of the same charges. And if you read some of them allegations against Vince McMahon, it's absolutely disgusting. Vince McMahon should be in prison for the rest of his life based off some of those allegations that's against him. No question about it. Some of the nastiest, vile, disgusting things I've ever seen. Do any of the media have any response for him and those allegations? No, they don't. No, they don't. No, they don't. No, they don't. I don't want to hear no excuses, Mike K, about that photo and the photo of her hand in the other face. I don't want to hear nothing about that. You show up a team, you show up a team, bruh. Whether you do it in their face or not. Caitlin Clark was doing that hand gesture to the other team when she was front running on their ass. Then when she got her ass destroyed in the national championship game last year, she got it done to her face. Now what y'all gonna say? Shout out to Sean Blake back with another $20 donation in the Cash App. Salute to you. You said I blank with ticket. Be easy, bro. I'm telling the truth. I'm telling the truth. I'm keeping it a whole $100. I don't want to hear about her doing it to the coach or she was showing up the other team. When you do that symbol, it's the you can't see me symbol. No excuses, Mike K. No excuses. Stand on business. Knowledge manifested. You have no knowledge, sir. You have no knowledge. Your knowledge unmanifested. Tell me, man, she was doing it to her coach. I don't give a damn what you doing. She know what she was doing. We know what she was doing. Cut the crap. See, it's a million excuses. Y'all see all these excuses when it comes to one side, but for another side, we don't have those same excuses. But she did that. She was doing that all the tournament last year, showing up other teams. This is what she was doing. After she hitting shots, showing up the other team doing a Tony Yayo, you can't see me. So Angel Reese noticed this the whole time. Angel Reese noticed that. And you know what Angel Reese did? You know what she did? When she won, she told her, guess what? You can't see me and I got this ring. Now what? And gave it to her. And guess what? Here's the craziest part about it all, right? You know, out of all the capping people that's on YouTube that capping right now for Caitlin Clark, I'm gonna tell y'all something. Caitlin Clark didn't even cap. You know what Caitlin Clark did? Caitlin Clark said, I ain't even bothered by it. She said, hey, it's a part of the trash talk. Town, what up, homie? Salute. She said, shout out to my boy Town in the building. She said, I ain't even a part of that. She said, I ain't even worried about this. It's a part of the game. Caitlin Clark was cool with it. I'm gonna say it to everybody once again. Caitlin Clark didn't even have a problem with what Angel Reese did. You know why? Because Caitlin Clark knew she was talking trash. Look what Caitlin Clark knew she was talking trash the whole tournament. So look at what Caitlin Clark, you understand what I'm saying, said after the game. Caitlin Clark was tougher than all these people that's defending her and lying. But y'all got one response when it come to one side and another response when it come to another side. And Caitlin Clark was like, hey, man, it's a part of the game. But y'all demonized this girl, put threats against this girl. And then when she came out and said that she had threats against her life, Emmanuel Acho, he ignored all of that. We talking about a 20, 21-year-old girl right here, right, that had threats against her life. And she started crying about it. It obviously bothered her, right? She didn't go up there and make excuses about why we lost and the game was a fluke. No. Somebody asked her a question, and she says, look, man, y'all don't know what I've been through. Like, I don't have threats on my life off this, right? But nobody was giving the threats to Caitlin Clark. Nobody was. Caitlin Clark was doing this the whole tournament, showing up teams. But what you guys did was make excuses and say, oh, well, she was doing it to her coach. Those some lame excuses. Lame excuses, bro. Caitlin Clark knew what she was doing. That's why Caitlin Clark wasn't even mad after the game when Angel Reese did it, because she knew she had already been doing that. So she took that. She ate that. She took that. See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? So, and again, you guys, I'm just telling y'all this, man. A lot of y'all don't even keep it 100, bro. A lot of y'all don't even keep it 100. Go look at what Caitlin Clark said about it. Caitlin Clark wasn't as bothered as these people was, because she knows she was talking smack. These are facts. But the media, you got these shuckers and jivers that go out of their way, like Emmanuel opportunist Acho, that will go out of his way to try to tear down Angel Reese when all of this stuff against Angel Reese started based off of a lie. It all started based off of a lie. And excuse me, Judah Reeson, she was not playing the victim. The woman says she had threats against her life. How is that playing the victim when a woman says I had threats against my life? How was that playing a victim? She gave the girl props. She told the girl, go win the tournament. The lady asked her a question, and she was saying how, everybody was talking all this trash when she had threats against her life coming against her. We don't play that. Because guess what, ma'am? If that was Caitlin Clark and Caitlin Clark came out and said that she had those type of threats, guess what? It'd be a worldwide special on ESPN, ABC, Fox News, and everything about how they threatened this woman and threatened to take her life. That's what the conversation would have been, and how people are so disgusting to go to a point to where they would want to do harm to this young woman. These are facts. So at the end of the day, these two women, they actually tight with each other. They cool. They talking smack. The problem is you guys took it a different way. That's the problem. You guys took it a different way. You understand what I'm saying? And to the brother who said you shouldn't put your life online if you don't want criticism. No, we ain't talking about criticism. So sit down and shut the hell up. We ain't talking about criticism. We're not talking about criticism. So sit down and shut your ass up. We're not talking about criticism. We talking about a threat that was put on somebody's life. That's beyond criticism, brother. Now sit down. Next time you say something crazy, I'm blocking your ass. Period. See what I'm saying? See how I do you, dog? See how I do you? I get up on you close, sucker. And ain't nobody clearly biased. I keep it 100 all the way down the line on my channel. Dark Bishidu. I call out black folks. I call out white folks. I don't care who it is. So you ain't gonna tell me I've done more videos on P. Diddy than I've done on Vince McMahon. Don't play this game with me, Dark Bushido. You in timeout too. Sit down in timeout too, brother. Say something else nasty, and I'm blocking your ass too. So I don't want to hear your foolishness. On my channel, I keep it all the way 100% straight down the line. And guess what? You can say I didn't keep it down the line because, like I said, I've been doing more videos on P. Diddy than I have been doing on other people. You understand what I'm saying? And these are the facts. These are the facts. So Emmanuel Acho didn't feel like he was right. You know why? Because he came out and made a whole statement about the situation. Period. You understand what I'm saying? So Emmanuel Acho did not speak the truth. Emmanuel Acho spoke a lie because a woman said that her life was threatened. And we don't play that with our young ladies. We don't play that. That's not in the game. We don't play no death threats and stuff like that. We don't do that. We don't. That's out of the realm of trash talking. That's out of the realm of sportsmen, or just like I said, just straight up trash talk. You should not get your life threatened because of that on either side. On either side. And I like Caitlin Clark because Caitlin Clark stood on business. I respect Caitlin Clark more than I respect these clowns in the comment section. Because Caitlin Clark knew she did it and she stood on business. She was like, oh, I ain't worried about it. It's all in the game. That's what Caitlin Clark said. All these whiny babies on YouTube is the ones that got mad at Angel Reese for giving it back to her. Caitlin Clark wasn't even upset. They more upset than Caitlin Clark. They more upset than Caitlin Clark. These are the facts, right? So let's just keep this situation 100, bro, and tell the truth and shame the devil. And so again, Caitlin Clark ignored Angel Reese because she's above her. No, she's not. She ain't won no championship. She ain't above nothing. Guess what? You blocked Judah Ryson. Since you want to talk about something above something, guess what? You below this channel, blocked. Get your ass out of here. The hell you talking about above somebody? You better sit your ass in. Only one person on that picture got a national championship ring. Sit down and shut the hell up. The hell wrong with you? We don't play that foolishness over here. Only one person got a championship ring on that pictures right there. The other one trying to get one. Right? So sit down. You're done. You're out of here forever. Bye. Get your ass out of here. Think you gonna come in here and run wreck and talk all this foolishness? No, we believe in equality. That's what we believe in. We believe in equality. You said, why do I believe she got the threats? Because she said so. That's why. That's why. Because she said so. Because she said so, Matthew Stanford. Because she said so, sir. Because she said so. That's why I believe it. If Caitlin Clark would have said it, I'd have believed Caitlin Clark. I think Caitlin Clark's a baller. I think Caitlin Clark is the truth. I think Caitlin Clark go hard. And I respect Caitlin Clark because Caitlin Clark didn't make no excuses last year. The only people that made excuses was the lame media. Caitlin Clark stood on business. She was like, oh, it's in the game. I was talking trash. Hey, it's only right she talked trash to me. She won the game. Point blank period. You said, where's the proof though? The proof is right here. You're blocked. There's the proof right there, Danny Mac. You're blocked. There's the proof right there. Bye. You're blocked. There's the proof right there. Now have a great conversation with it. Forever, sucker. There's the proof right there. You're blocked. You're blocked. There's the proof right there. You're blocked. Someone please call 911. You're blocked. There's the proof right there, sir. So again, we're just speaking about equality. And listen, again, I got a lot of love for what Caitlin Clark has been able to do. You understand what I'm saying? To the brother who said Angel Reese is just on a better team, Davion Spade, Buck dancing, shucking and jiving. Goodbye. Shucking and jiving. Goodbye. Goodbye. See what I'm saying? Goodbye. See what I'm saying? Like I said, only one person won the national championship. Shout out to Sean Blake, man, back in the Cash App again, $20 donation. He said, ticket always keep it fair. I blanks on him. Hey, salute to you, brother. I'm just telling the truth, bro. Hey, look, I like Caitlin Clark. You know why I like Caitlin Clark? Caitlin Clark go hard, man. And she don't make no excuses. I like Caitlin Clark. She don't make no excuses out there. She know when she can, and she got edge to her. Caitlin Clark got edge to her. I like her. She talk trash. She got edge to her. I'm cool with it. I'm just saying that y'all not gonna sit up here and gang up on and make this other girl the bad guy when she talk trash. No, let them both talk trash. It's basketball. Didn't nobody punch nobody out. Wasn't no bloodshed. Wasn't no beef. You know what I'm saying? It was two competitive girls. playing at a high level. You understand what I'm saying? That was trash talking. But the problem is that only one of them got a negative response. The other one didn't. So all we're doing is we're even in the odds because we believe in equality and we believe in an equal world. You understand? Something that a lot of you guys may not believe in, but we believe in that. You understand what I'm saying? That's a fact. You understand? And so again, I respect Caitlin Clark. She got a big game. Baller, straight up, no question about it. Outstanding, absolute baller, period. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm just telling you guys what it is. She go hard. She don't make no excuses. She talk trash. She got an edge. She get buckets. I respect Caitlin Clark. She went right at them girls and came and got it back this year. No problem whatsoever. But what y'all not going to do is demonize Angel Reese when last year Caitlin Clark was doing this the whole tournament. And then nobody had no problem with it until Angel Reese gave it back to her. Now everybody want to demonize Angel Reese. Now we're not finna do that. If the girl herself ain't mad because she know what she did, why y'all mad? You know what Caitlin Clark did? What a real baller supposed to do? She came back and got the Vic this year. That's what she did. See, that's what Paul Pierce should have said. Paul Pierce should have just left it at that. Like, hey, man, hey, they got beat last year. Hey, Caitlin Clark came up, strapped them boots up. She got that win this year. She big time, period. She got it done. He ain't had to bring race into it. Paul Pierce brought race into it. And that's where he messed up. Because when he brought race into it, he's only going to get in trouble off one side of that argument. Because if he would have said it the other way, he's fired. If Angel Reese would have won that game and he would have said what he said, but in reverse, he's fired. So that's my point. That is my point to everybody watching this video. So I respect Caitlin Clark. You understand what I'm saying? She got big game. She a baller. She came back from last year. She didn't make no excuses. She didn't try to throw Angel Reese under the bus because she knew she was talking trash. And this is what happens. When you know you talking trash, you ain't finna say nothing. You're like, oh man, I can't say nothing. I've been talking trash myself. She got me back. All right, you got me. That's why she took it like that. Because she's like, oh, okay, you got me. All right, you got me. I'm going to get you next year. That's exactly what she did. She came back and got her this year. This ain't what we talking about. We talking about what Angel Reese said in the post-game press conference about her life being threatened. That is not fair to either one of these ladies. They both are great players. They both on a high level, and they both doing their thing, period. And I got respect for both of the ladies because I like Caitlin Clark's heart. I like her heart, bro, and I like how she play. She got big game. I like how she play, straight up. She don't make no excuses. She ain't out here, and I like that about her too, bro. When they lost last year, she ain't make no excuses. She wasn't over there trying to throw Angel Reese under the bus, and when she was asked about it, she stood on business. She was like, oh, nah, it's cool. It's part of the game. It's trash talk. You know what I'm saying? I respect Caitlin Clark, straight up. She a G. In my opinion, I respect her. And that just is what it is. The media blew it out of proportion. And they've been on Angel Reese's helmet ever since that day. That's how we got to today. That's how we got to today. So for all you guys who've been out here like acting a fool and stuff like that, we're gonna cut this out, man. We're gonna cut this out. We're not gonna do that. Caitlin Clark did her thing, man. She deserved her props. Period. She deserved her props. She did her thing. We're not finna come in here and talk down on her and act like she ain't do her props. She did her. She came back against the team she got beat against last year, and she came back and gave it to him. She ain't had to talk no trash. She ain't had to play dirty. She ain't had to do none of that. If anything, the LSU coach need to be fired for the game plan against Iowa because she the one who let Caitlin Clark do anything she wanted to do with that lame defense she was playing. She should have been fired. She should have been fired. You know what I'm saying? Should have been fired. You know what I mean? Point blank period. Point blank period. Should have been fired. So again, man, you guys, like I said, man, I like her, man. I like Caitlin Clark. Yeah, well, she do need to go ahead and win. They've been hyping her up a whole lot on national TV. She need to go ahead and win this, man. They saying she the greatest player ever in college basketball. When I don't think she's better than Cheryl Miller. You know what I'm saying? I don't think she's better than Cheryl Miller. I think there's a girl over there in USC right now that can be better than her if she stay all 4 years. She went to the Elite Eight in her first year, and that's Juju Watkins as a freshman. So I'm just saying, you know what I mean? Juju Watkins was averaging damn near 30 as a freshman and went to the Elite Eight in her first year. So I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? I think Juju Watkins is the real deal. She can go pro right now, but I don't think that Caitlin Clark is better than Cheryl Miller. I don't think so. And I think Juju Watkins have a better career. And again, Juju Watkins is a freshman. You guys got to remember that. She's a freshman. You got to understand that. She's a freshman that led her team to the Elite Eight in year one. That's great. That's greatness right there. So I got to give her props. You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of these girls is balling. I think Paige Buckner, she's a baller. I like her game. She's averaging around, 27 points a game. I like her game. You know what I mean? It's a lot of girls that's out there balling, man. A lot of these ladies out here balling, bro. You know what I mean? And so, I give Caitlin Clark a lot of props. She got more heart than the people that's defending her. Real talk. You know what I'm saying? She go out there, she play her game, she don't make no excuses. I like her. I like her a lot. Real talk. You know what I mean? But I like Angel Reese a lot too. Angel Reese do her thing. She had 17 points, 20 rebounds, and 3 blocks. You know what I mean? She hurt her ankle, still kept playing. A lot of women would have laid down the rest of that game. They hurt their ankle like that. You know what I mean? So again, man, like I said, Emmanuel Acho and them people, they went way too far with their criticism, man. I'm just saying, bro, like, get the ladies their props. They out here balling, man. It's a lot of attention being put on lady basketball, and I like it. They all balling, man. All of them balling. You know what I'm saying? And so I like what they doing. I like the fact that they got us interested in talking about this stuff. But what y'all not gonna do is you're not gonna demonize this one girl for doing something back to somebody who was doing it the whole tournament. It's not gonna happen. So again, I believe in equality and I believe in fairness. You know what I'm saying? All the way across the board. That's what I believe in, man. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't believe in equality and fairness, well, this ain't the channel for you. I'm just being honest with y'all. I believe in both sides should get the same type of punishment. So the dude that came in here and was like, "Oh man, you're being biased." How am I being biased? Have you seen my channel? I do more videos talking about what black folks do wrong than I talk about any other race. But you don't never say, "Hey man, you're being biased towards black." You don't never say that. But if I came in here and did it the other way, maybe you'll be mad at me. You feel me? So I'm just telling y'all what it is, man. To the brother Bad Vibes, I disagree. I don't think she's a hope. I think she's a baller. Period. I think you're wrong about that, sir. I think Caitlin Clark is a straight baller. I think she got big game. She pulling the three from long distance. She pulling that thing from anywhere, dog. Getting buckets, taking girls to the rim, crossing girls up. She can hoop. Period. She the real deal. We ain't gonna say this hype. No, she the real deal. She the real deal. She the real deal now. We're not gonna say she's hype. Caitlin Clark is the real deal, Playboy. So we're not gonna say that she's hype. That's a flat out lie to say that she's hype, sir. That's a flat out lie. And we will not allow those lies to stand on this channel. You know what I mean? Straight up. And so I'm just telling you guys what it is, man. You know what I mean? So, again, she balling. Yeah, both ladies deserve their respect, man. The ladies ain't even, it's the bad thing about it. The two people that's involved don't have no problem with each other. It's everybody else on the outside that's running their mouth. This is crazy. This is crazy. You understand what I'm saying? This is crazy. So again, man, I'm just letting y'all know what it is, man. Y'all let me know what y'all feel, man. Like, share, subscribe. Much love to all of y'all, though, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all stay blessed, man, and stop playing these race war games, man. We ain't got to do that, man. You can appreciate a player for a player. That's what you can do. If you can play, you can play, regardless of what color you are. That's why I said what Paul Pierce did was wrong. He should not have put no color on that. Shouldn't have been color involved. If you can play, you can hoop, period. You know what I'm saying? That basketball don't care what color you are if you can put it in the rack. That's a fact. You know what I'm saying? So, you guys let me know what y'all think, man. Salute to everybody watching this video, man. Much love to all y'all, man. Y'all stay blessed, man. I'm going over here to watch what Fresh and Fit talking about right now on their channel, man. I'll holler. Man, holler back. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe to the podcast show too, man. Don't y'all forget to do that, man. Subscribe to my podcast show, y'all. Make sure y'all do that, man. You know what I'm saying? We got a boxing podcast pack too on my podcast show, so make sure y'all do that. For all you boxing fans that love Ticket TV, we are back with a brand new boxing podcast, full podcast show. Link will be in the chat, pinned at the top.